It's that time of the month again when we here at Pure Xbox take a look at all of the biggest games coming to Xbox over the following month and highlight 10 of the very best for you. Ahoy folks, Craig signing in for Pure Xbox, and here are the 10 most exciting games coming to Xbox in November. Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me, November 2nd, when Robocop Rogue City gets booked on Xbox. Thankfully, you won't need to be blasted several times by a shotgun to become a part man, part machine, all cop icon, because developer Teardown firstly couldn't have passed the must have been murdered by a shotty requirement through HR, but also thanks to a Steam demo, we already know that Robocop Rogue City is actually pretty darn fun, so we can play that instead. I sentence you to sudden, instant, and immediate 4-player co-op shenanigans in Gangs of Sherwood. If you fancy Robin the Rich as either Robin Bloody Hood, Friar Tuck, Maid Marian, or not so Little John, then now's your chance. Appeal Studios have been hard at work crafting a reimagined Robin Hood narrative packed full of co-op action for you and your merry band of friends to play on Xbox November 2nd. Now, if you can't afford to pick up Gangs of Sherwood, please don't ironically go and rob somebody else's copy of the game. Just don't. 2023 has been a quality year for driving games, and it's showing no sign of slowing down now, instead impressively maneuvering through the rugged, muddy tracks in EA Sports WRC. Build your own rally car from scratch in the brand new builder mode, as well as your typical career, multiplayer, and time trial modes. You know you're in for a rally treat when Codemasters is your co-driver. Matchday tactics, inspirational locker room speeches, and never enough cash in the transfer budget for that wonder kid striker you've been scouting for months now. Football Manager 2024 is the next step in the deeply tactical and somewhat overwhelming Football Manager simulation series, and this year's entry promises significant improvements to matchday drama and everything that goes on behind closed doors. If you fancy yourself the next mastermind of the beautiful game, then suit up for your first day November 6th. The forces of good reign unchecked, and I think it's about time we change that for the 4th time when the real-time strategy Dungeons 4 comes to Xbox Game Pass November 9th. Build your gloriously evil dungeon from the underground down by commanding an army of no-gooders to mine for resources and build an army capable of conquering those pesky overworlders. Sometimes it's just good to be bad. Can you imagine faking your own death to get out of your 9 to 5? Pretty extreme, right? Well, no surprises here then, because RGG Studios are back with Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, or Lad Katwin for short, because the title does drag on a bit, doesn't it? Well, disguised under a new name, the once legendary Yakuza, Kazuma Kiryu, is back on our Xboxes November 9th via Xbox Game Pass. November 10th is when this year's Call of Duty breach clears our hard drive of pretty much every game to make space for an updated FPS blast from the past. Modern Warfare 3 is a much quicker game than its predecessor in Modern Warfare 2, making it feel more like the older COD games. But to completely reinforce this nostalgia trip, we played the beta a few weeks back, and the multiplayer maps on offer are straight up serving 2011. Favela, Estate, High Rise, Skid Row, and the iconic 1v1 me on Rust Bro are in the game, and they now look and feel better than ever. Doing what it says on the tin, November 15th is the destructively satisfying Teardown. Tuxedo Labs are dressed to impress us on Xbox with some seriously majestic environmental destruction features at the core of this experience. Get your creative thinking hat on to execute the perfect heist plan in a fully destructible sandbox. Or take that creative thinking hat one step further into creative mode and literally make a better King Kong game than the hilariously bad Skull Island Rise of Kong. Prepare your hearts for a twist on one of the biggest JRPG franchises in history. Persona 5 Tactica whips the Phantom Thieves back into action for an all-new top-down turn-based tactical story. Join a revolution as returning fan favorite Joker & Co, as well as a few new faces this November 17th. And if you're just as excited as I am for Persona 5 Tactica, then I'll sweeten the pot by mentioning that this one is on Xbox Game Pass too. I know it's not, but it's kind of like it's free. Hammering out games like it's their job, Frontier are here with an all-new real-time strategy effort, Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin. Prepare your Stormcast Eternals for fierce battles against the vicious Auric Cruel Boys, which, if I'm being honest, Cruel Boys sound like some sort of noughties wrestling duo, but in any case, get your strategy hat on for a cinematic campaign, punishing multiplayer battles, solo conquest challenges, and even a rather cool map editor. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin launches on Xbox consoles November 17th. Which of November's 10 games has you most excited to have a go on? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to check out purexbox.com for more comprehensive lists like this one, as well as subscribing to the channel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go, because somewhere there is a crime happening. Bye-bye for now. Cheerio!